Hey everybody, good evening. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Sorry I didn't post a video over the weekend. I actually got married, so I was extremely busy. Um, but I'm gonna try to make this one quick. I tried to post a video last night. It was 30 minutes, and I don't think YouTube liked it, so it would not upload. But I'm gonna make this a lot quicker. I kind of learned from the video from last night. We're gonna do credit repair, but we're going to do one section at a time instead of a whole overview of credit repair. So we'll do one section at a time. So I'll be probably putting out 6 videos about credit repair in general. So real quick update on stocks. Week 5, day 1. Last week did really well. 12K profit, and then today was 6K profit, something like that. Puts the total up to about 37K for 5 weeks. I know a lot of people are interested. I still get a lot of questions. I am still currently invested in DPHC. No, I am not a stockbroker. No, I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot invest for you, but I can tell you what stock that I'm invested in. And I actually like a whole bunch, like 4 different stocks. DPHC is the one that I'm invested in fully. LCA is another one that I like. It's kind of slowed down a lot, so I haven't been in it lately, but it did have a green day today. FMCI is another one that I liked a lot. It's kind of slowed down as well. I had a red day today, and actually overall the market is kind of like freaking out right now. It's down a lot. My stock DPHC is up a lot, and I'm fortunate enough that I picked this one a while back, and I'm kind of just riding the whole wave. So update on the stocks, still good to go. I think I'm gonna calm down though. It's very stressful for me. I think I'm gonna cash out. I'm up over 50%. I'm almost double what I invested in. So I'm just grateful for that. I think I'm gonna calm down because the market is in a very big downtrend right now. And then I'll reassess it here in the next couple of months. But I am probably going to pull out my money and maybe just invest some of it, not all of it, because I usually invest all of it. So I'm up really well. So I'm going to pull it out and kind of just enjoy the gains that I've gotten. Credit repair. First thing, this video is going to be about mostly credit repair. Credit repair, for the most part, is totally for free. I'm not here to charge you anything. I don't have anything to sell anyways, so don't worry about that. I'm just here to kind of help you with your credit and improving it. And yes, it is true. You can jump 100 points on your credit within a month if you do the right things, all for free. So we're going to kind of explore that. A part of that in this video. I'm gonna have probably like a 4 or 5 part video, and we're gonna go through each one because there's 6 different criteria in your credit that's based off of your credit score. Let's go over that. Payment history, of course, no late payments, basically, or your history of payments if you made late payments as well. Credit utilization is how much you use out of your credit line. How much, if you have a $5,000 credit line, what percentage are you using of that $5,000? So that is credit utilization. Derogatory remarks, things like collection, late payments, 30 days late, 60 days late, collection, stuff like that. Your creditor is going to report derogatory remarks to your credit report portfolio. So Those first three are very high impacting on your credit. Next one is age of credit history. Simple. How long have you had a credit card? And I'm just kind of going over these credit criterias. I'm gonna do one of them tonight, and then because the 30-minute video would not upload, so I'm gonna just compress it into multiple videos. Total accounts, exactly what it says. How many accounts you have open or closed. It even tracks the closed ones. Hard inquiries is when you go apply for a loan, when you apply for a credit card. Those are all go as inquiries. So tonight, first things first, I want to do something a little bit for the young adults. They don't get to learn how to protect their credit from in school. So I'd like to kind of give them a couple tips. It's really simple, really quick, really fast. Tip number one, don't max out your credit card. It happens sometimes, but if you do max it out, at least have that money set aside so that you can pay off your credit card at the end of the month, or you can pay that particular amount off. So avoid trying to max out your credit card. Tip number one. Tip number two, which is very, very, very important. Auto pay. Set up auto pay on your credit card. Auto pay will help you not miss a payment, because payment history is extremely, extremely important. Payment history is the hardest thing to delete. Once you get a late payment, it hits you hard on your credit. I'm not going to go over that in this video, but I just kind of wanted to tell you guys that straight out. Payment history is the hardest thing to delete off your credit profile. It's possible, but it's very hard. There's some things that we are going to go over that is going to delete some of your late payments or missed payments or anything like that. So it is possible, but you want to keep that at 100% all the time, because even one missed payment will drop your credit score tremendously, and you don't recover from that for years to come. About like 5 years for it to drop off of your credit profile. And I've heard even then it does not drop off your credit profile. So just be really careful for that. And the way to avoid that is simply by adding auto pay. Call up your credit card and say, hey, I'd like to set up auto pay. Minimum payment is fine, but at least set up your auto pay. That way you never hurt your credit right off the bat. So two advice for you young adults out there: don't max out your credit card. If you do max out your credit card, make sure you have that money set aside so that you know you can pay it off in like a month or two. That's the only time you should really be maxing out your card. And then number two, set up auto pay. If you set up auto pay, everybody forgets. It will happen. It happens to me all the time. But luckily I have auto pay on my credit cards, so at least hits me for the minimum payment, and I know that I will not be late. All right, so we are going to go with the first video is going to be about one of the high impacting, okay, because these are the most important. We're gonna go with derogatory remarks. This is what plagued me on my credit profile. So there are 3 credit bureaus out there. There is TransUnion, there is Equifax, and there is Experian. Each of them have their own, pretty much they're all the same kind of scoring throughout. So this will make up 25% of your credit score, right? Derogatory remarks. Each time that you're late on your payments, you will get a derogatory remark. If you don't pay off at all, or if you go into collections, you will get a derogatory remark. So make sure, once again, that you pay on time each and every month, or you will get a derogatory remark. When I started my credit journey 2.5 years ago, probably a little less than 2.5 years ago, I had 30 on each of my credit bureaus. So that's a total of 90 altogether. All right. So this is actually the best part of my journey. I had a 515 score, 90 different derogatory remarks on my account, and it was killing me. I think I had like Verizon, I had Sprint, I had AT&T, all of them. I owed them all money. And it came out to be a total of about $8,000 plus. Great thing. Don't pay it. Don't pay a cent of your collections. All right. I'm going to tell you how you can get it wiped out. All right. So to me, I personally hired a company. It's called Lexington Law. It works for me. I referred a lot of my friends to them, and it worked for them as well. Lexington Law, Law Group. Every time I Googled credit repair, they were always number one on the list. And they deleted every single one of my derogatory remarks, all 90 of them. I currently have 0 derogatory remarks, and they deleted all of that probably within 8 months. So I was trying to buy a house. I had a 515, and I had all these hits on my record for derogatory remarks. I watched YouTube. The number one place I really watched was The Good Life, the people at thegoodlife.com. And they were amazing. They were selling stuff, but this guy would literally tell you everything. And they'll tell you can do it yourself. You don't need them. But if you want them to do it for you, they will do it for you. So they're actually another good place to go to get some derogatory remarks erased off your account. So things like collection, late payments, don't pay them off. Don't pay them off. You can get it wiped off of your record. Mine has never come back. Some people say they come back after a while. Well, it's been 2 years and it's never came back. I didn't pay them a cent. I owed like $8,000 or more, and I was very irresponsible back then. It doesn't happen now at all. I was paying my bills on time. I learned the hard way, but I did learn. But yes, it will affect you a lot. So if you have some issues with derogatory remarks, you can hire a company. I went with Lexington Law Firm. I paid them $130 a month. It was money well spent for me. I used to pay 30% interest rate on my car. They fixed my credit. Now I'm paying 4% interest rate on my car. So that saved me thousands and thousands of dollars right there. So it was well worth for me. I had them for 8 months, $130 a month. So it's about $1,000. And now they probably saved me over $10,000 in interest alone. So yes, to me, it was well worth it. But that's only if you have derogatory remarks on your account. If you don't, then you don't even have to worry about that. So that's you can actually delete all this stuff yourself as well. I do have a friend that went in and deleted everything himself. You can dispute all those things that are derogatory on your credit. You can dispute it on your Credit Karma. And I didn't do it that way, but I know some people that have been successful at it. I know more people that haven't been successful at it. So I wanted like a for sure thing, right? So I didn't have no time to waste. And I didn't have the time to do it. So I had a company do it for me. So, and they did a great job. They're not the only company out there, but they're the company that I would recommend highly, highly. You can actually do it yourself, but it's a lot of writing and you have to know the verbiage that they're using. You can send in paperwork to each of the credit bureaus, and you can send the account that you're disputing, and you have to know the verbiage and asking them to delete it off of your credit, saying that this is a false report on your credit. So if you're capable of doing that, or if you have the time to do that, sure, go ahead and do it. I didn't. I just wanted someone to do it for me, and they did a great job at it, and to me, it was well worth it. So that is derogatory remarks right there. Don't feel like it's impossible to get it off your record. I had 90 of them, and they deleted every single one. I didn't pay a cent to collections at all. It hasn't came back to haunt me or anything, and it's well worth it. So it saved me money in more than one way, because in collections there was about $8,000. I spent $1,000 to delete all that. Now I get better interest rates on my cars, so I'm saving money on my interest rate. So yes, it was very well worth it for me. So next, we'll cover late payments next time, but I hope this was informative. I'm sorry, I have to section everything off so that I can upload the video. Last night's was 30 minutes long and it did not work, but I will cover each and every section with you, I promise you. Thank you so much and have a good night.